choose your difficulty mode. There's only 2. Nightmare Original, the original experience, sacrificing a daughter is the only way to heal another one. Dream Alternative, enjoy a less punishing but still challenging journey. Your daughters recover 50% HP. Oh, that's nice. You get a free resurrection token at the start of each run. Well, on the one hand, this sounds enticing, but on the other hand, Nightmare is how I originally played. Do I want to play the tutorial again? Sure. Othercide. For centuries, the mother has protected the veil, preventing it from shattering. Her journey has led her to the deserted streets of the city, rotted by the plague, where a greater threat awaits.
The other has come for the chosen one, and soon the veil will break.
You get stronger and stronger as you go on, basically.
The suffering cannot continue.
You see what I mean? The art style is so cool.
The edge of reality frays. Each battle takes more and more out of me.
Freaking badass.
The other could shred the veil and devour our world.
The other. Ooh. See, I like that.
Stay with me until the end.
The music.
I'll give what I can, what I have left. Let it go here and no further.
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love this game so much. Action points. Oh, I skipped that step. But action points, basically, you have a certain amount of action points. I start with 100 right now, right? And so, basically what happens is each action, an attack or a block or a move, takes up an action point. And it's, right, as it's saying right now, move to the red square. The further you move, the more action points it'll cost you. So the movement is broken down into tiles. So you have tiles in one speed, and I think you can move just diagonally as 1 instead of having to go this way as 2. I could be wrong about that. It's been a while. But each of these is 1, and then attacking is 1. And some attacks can go further than 1 square, but most are close range. Although there are gunslingers, so they're longer. But attacking does some, like an attack could do 25, for example, like a light attack would do 25 AP. And then a movement is 10 AP per move. I forget how much. I'll find out in a minute. But if it goes, it was telling me this, but if it goes below 50, this line halfway through, it's a bit complicated, but it means that I stun myself in that it takes longer for me to act. Select the attack skill. So you see now I have an attack, slash. It can have this red square, this radius. I think that's 1 square on all sides, including diagonal. And that costs 35 action points, which would put me at 55. So I can do this and not do another attack unless I want to get penalized by getting pushed further down on the timeline. And of course, since I killed him before his action happened, he dies. Yep, okay, it's explaining it right here. The timeline orders all units by their initiative and moves forward whenever a unit ends their turn. A unit can play when it reaches 0 on the left side of the timeline. So theoretically, I could keep moving around and burning my action points, but I'd go to 100, and I don't really need to because there's nothing for me to do right now. So I can end my turn as early as I want to, because sometimes there just won't be anything I can do. Delayed action, massive shot. So here's delayed actions. Delayed actions? Yeah. Delayed skills immediately end the unit's turn, and their powerful effects are activated later on in the timeline. So they're very, very powerful, but they end your turn instantly, and they take time to take effect. It's sort of like if you guys played Pokemon, and if you played Bulbasaur, you know, he has an attack. I don't actually play him, so I don't know what it's called. I think it's like Sunbeam or something. But it basically takes 2 turns for it to work. Some Pokemon things have stuff like that. It's basically that, and you can see it on the timeline. Yeah, so I don't want it to do lots of damage, so I will delay it, and, you know, and this one lets me charge and push. Initiative offset reset, so it cancels their attack and pushes them further up the timeline. Interrupt skills can stop a single enemy attack and immediately launch a counterattack. they cost health. So if I think that, say he has his delayed attack, right, his massive shot or whatever, it's his charged shot, and I think it's going to hit me, I can take, say, 10% of my health. If I think it'll do more than that, I can take 10% of my health. So when it hits me, it doesn't do any more damage, so I take less damage, and I launch a counterattack. So I either get a buff, or I nerf him, or I just straight up do damage to him. So I take less damage, and I can do more to him. Select a Vengeful Stance. It'll interrupt the next melee attack and launch a devastating counterattack. And this will cost 20 HP, so it's not much. Not much. And I use it on myself. Okay, so now I have it here. Your unit removed, so that ends my turn, so I can't do anything else. So now I have to end my turn. See? And I dodge it, and I attack, because they would have attacked me melee otherwise. Spear Tornado. Damage, 422 to 522, 100% hit chance. After a delay of 10 initiative units, so right there, the little clock at 10, that's before everything attacks, deal up to 522 damage, and delay the enemies by 70 initiative units, IU. I'm just going to abbreviate it to IU. Then immobilize them for 50 IU, and it ends my turn. So it's an AoE attack that also stuns them pretty much. Target yourself to activate this effect. I love this attack, by the way. It's so cool. It's so cool. Action Point Burst. Your unit will go into burst if they start using their last 50 action points, AP. This pushes your unit back to 100 on the timeline, so be careful to burst only when you need an extra move or to deal a killing blow to a wounded enemy. So, because otherwise you're really handicapping yourself, so you really don't want to do that. Some skills like Shield Charge can delay the next time an enemy will play to give you more control on the timeline. Okay, I have 0% dodge. And then Armor, I have 70. Armor is a unit's protection. It represents the damage deducted from each attack received. So 70, it's not a lot because, like, you know, if I have 4,900 health and their attacks do 500 health, reducing it by 70 won't do much. But if you're doing a whole bunch of short, rapid-fire, low-damage attacks, that armor really does help. So if I do, like, so if an enemy decided to do 20 attacks that did 100 damage, that turns into 20 attacks that do 30 damage. So that's a big reduction. Versus one attack that does 1,000 damage, reduces it a bit less. So it's really helpful for, like, short, rapid-fire attacks. Remember, the timeline is the key to winning battles. Powerful delayed skills end your unit's turn and immediately activate. End your turn its turn. You turn its urn. End your turn its urn. Units turn immediately and activate later. So that, yeah, delayed shot. We already saw that. Interrupt skills prepare your unit to block an attack and strike back after their turn. These things are actually really powerful. You can chain attack. You can do some really sick combos with these. Some skills delay the next time an enemy will play to give you more control. And using your last 50 AP will provoke a burst, pushing your unit to 100 on the timeline. So that's just a quick
Gift gives me such strength.
I believe in you. Control me freely now. I give you the last of my strength. May we stand as long as possible. Okay, so what's on the timeline? 18. This dude attacks first. So if I can't kill him first, I might do a delayed action. Or, an interrupting action. And the next, this guy, he'll probably just move. Most of the time they'll move into range and then attack. They don't really have the forethought to do that. This guy is all the way over here at 39. So he will, he'll instantly attack unless I move away, which I will probably, maybe, I don't know. And then this dude will prepare an attack again. And then death, I don't know what these things are. This just means that there is an event. But since he's the first one on me, my shield charge can reach, so I'm going to do this. So that cancels his attack. Next is him, and he can't reach me. Physically, these white borders is how far he can reach. So he'll probably move all the way up here and then stop. And then this dude will most likely move to me and then stop. And then it'll be my turn again. So since I'm at 50, and I don't think they're going to attack me, I'm going to end my turn. So I really have no need of attacking this dude at all. Because I'll attack before him anyways. So I'll just do this and end my turn. See? So those... Oh, right. There's nothing I could have done about that because it spawned instantly. If they spawn right next to you, they'll attack. Otherwise, yeah. They can only do one action after they spawn, so it's either if they're right next to you, they attack. If they're further away, they'll move to you. Unless they're ranged, in which case, if they're in range, they'll attack. Obviously, I don't think I need to explain that, but... So now, since I have 3 around me, I can do my cool AoE attack and get rid of all of them.
He is here.
Okay, that took a while.
The chosen one.
Harry Potter? Harry Potter?
I don't want to harm you, little one.
But he wants to harm me, I'm assuming.
But we want to harm you.
Called it.
Very
It's not that much of a prediction. I've played this tutorial twice before. I don't think that deserves a celebration. I kind of just called it what was... Yeah!
Failed. I fought with every bone and sinew.
Off the vibe of the game.
All I am, I leave to you.
So edgy.
Take it. My blood is my legacy. May it spill forth into an army to rend suffering from its host.
Sounds like some mosquito ideology, if I'm gonna lie. Blood, host, suffering. The city was destroyed. The veil fractured. Thousands of souls perished, swallowed by the void. Doesn't seem like I did my job very well then.
destroyed a city. It's not enough.
What do you mean it's not enough? It's more than my voice can do.
I want you in this world. I want to see what you can do. To those that hurt me. To those you will hurt. I can't
Like the...
wait.
My life lights your path. Do you remember our journey together? This time, let me guide you.
Yes,
You will wield
please.
my memories like a sword, and with them, grow our army.
I want an army. And thus were they trapped in an everlasting loop from recollection to recollection. Daughters of the Red Mother die, only to rise again.
This
But-
dark corner of existence is a harbinger. Soon all will follow. The very fabric of our reality is threatened. My last breath is near. My daughters, you are of me. Put an end to suffering.